Good morning, children, and welcome back to our online class of computer studies. Children, I had already started the chapter. In a book, it is chapter 2, but I have started this one as chapter 3. Okay, so the name of the chapter was Spreadsheet, Formulas and Function. This chapter is continuing. Okay, so in the previous class, I discussed about cell referencing, how the formulas written in one cell is copied and how it acts in other cell. So I told you there are three different types of cell referencing: absolute, relative and mixed. We have discussed these things. I have even shown you practically also what is the difference in absolute, relative and mixed cell referencing. So children, today we'll be learning about formula errors. There are some mistakes we usually do when we write the formulas. Okay, and the mistakes what we do are known as error. Okay, there are formulas error in a spreadsheet which usually we do. And see this. Okay, formula error. Formula error. So there are four different type of formula error. So number one, you might have seen sometime you get, when you write the formula, you get like this hash symbol. Okay, you get like this four different hash symbol. So this means that you have typed the formula that is wrong. There is something wrong. There is some error detected by spreadsheet when you have used formula. Okay, so this has a special meaning in spreadsheet. So whenever you get a hash symbols, like four hash symbols, when you have typed the formula, this means the column is not wide enough to fit. Okay, the length, or sorry, the width of the column is small. It's not fitted properly for the formula, so you need to extend the width. Okay, so the column is not wide enough to display the numbers. Okay, the column is not wide enough to display the number. So when this formula appears, when the column width is smaller, it is not enough to fit the numbers. So in such case, you get this type of error. You won't get any messages. Okay, there won't be any messages. Simply this symbol will appear, and from this symbol you have to understand that the problem is in the width of a cell. Okay, width of a cell is not enough to fit the number. So this is type 1 of error which display. Now let us go for type 2. Type 2, hash div /0 exclamation sign. So whenever we try to divide a number by 0, any number, if we want to divide by 0, in such case we get this type of error. It is invalid operator. That means we cannot divide a number by 0. That is not possible at all. Okay, and suppose by mistake if you write the formula where some numbers are divided by 0, in such case you get the error message in this way: hash div /0. Slash means division. Okay, so operator, and exclamation sign means not. That means it is invalid, not at all possible. So when we try to divide the number by 0, in such case this message appears. Okay, this is also one type of formula error. So understood, children? Point number 1 and point number 2. Now let us move to point number 3. Hash value exclamation sign. So hash value exclamation sign. This means the formula contains an invalid operations. That means you are trying to do something which is not valid, not recognized, not known by the spreadsheet. Okay, the way of calculation is invalid. Maybe you have typed the operator which is not known to the spreadsheet. Okay, in such cases we get hash value exclamation sign. Okay, this means the formula contains an invalid operator. The formula contains invalid operator. The operator which should not be used in the formula but still you have used. Maybe comma, maybe question mark, okay, maybe like any symbols, asterisk symbols you have used in the formula, which is not at all required there. So in such case you get the message as has value exclamation sign. Okay, this is also a third type of formula error. Understood children now? Point number 1, 2, 3. Now one more we have, that is point number 4. Point number 4 we have hash n/a. n/a, that is not applicable. Okay, the full form is not applicable. So this message or this sort of symbols appears when you type the formula when data is not available. You want to add two numbers, but two numbers are not there. Okay, you are trying to add two numbers, or you are trying to operate on two numbers, but two numbers are not available. In such case the message appears is #NA, means not available, okay, or not applicable, means that particular data is not available at all. So children, there are 4 different types of formula error. The first one, when cell width is small, okay, the number doesn't fit on that particular width, you get hash symbols. div/0 exclamation sign, that means you are trying to divide a number by 0, any number, that is invalid. Third, hash value again exclamation sign, this means invalid operations, you are trying to do invalid operation, you have used some invalid things inside the formula. #NA, that means you are trying to operate on the data which not at all available in spreadsheet. So there are 4 different types of formula error. Is this clear children? Now see the next topic. So children, after the types of error, we'll again come back to the referencing part. If you remember in the last video, the last class, I have said that there are 3 different types of cell referencing: relative, absolute and mixed. Okay, now I'll be adding some more, but they are not the, like, you cannot say that they are also inbuilt cell reference. They are user defined. Sometimes some situations are there where we need to apply this type of cell referencing also. So see here, circular reference. Now what does circular reference means? Circular reference means sometimes directly or indirectly you are using the same value of okay, in the calculations. Like means, see here, say this is A, just indicating the cell, okay, and this is 1, that means this cell name is A1. Now here if you are writing A1 plus A2, now see, you are adding the values and the answer you are storing in A1 cell, okay, that means you are adding 2 different cell values, that is A1 cell and B1 cell values. But see, where is the answer stored? Answer is stored in A1 only. That means A1 is used directly or indirectly, okay, whenever certain cell value is used either directly or indirectly for calculations. So whenever we use a particular cell value, okay, in calculations, and the result we stored in the same cell, such type of referencing are known as circular referencing itself, okay, it is inside itself, inside the circle, and this type of referencing are known as circular referencing. Is this clear children? What is circular referencing? Okay, this referencing does not fall in absolute, relative or mixed. They are used for particular cell. Okay, when an individual cell, there you want to do the calculations and you want to store the answer also in that particular cell. On such situations we use the referencing type, and that referencing is known as circular. Okay, circular referencing is a special feature in spreadsheet. where the cell value can be utilized directly or indirectly for the calculations. Okay children, now see next, after circular reference we can even reference cell from one sheet to another sheet, because when you open the workbook, means a spreadsheet, down you'll find, you'll get something like this: sheet 1, sheet 2 and sheet 3. By default there are 3 sheets. Okay, by default there are 3 sheets available in a workbook. Now say suppose in a sheet 1 you perform certain calculation. Okay, that means you have used certain formula. Okay, this formula or this calculation on particular cell can be referenced, can be utilized in some other sheet also. That means this calculation or this formula you can use on sheet 2 or you can use on sheet 3 also. So whenever we do our calculations of one sheet, okay, in one sheet, any calculation we have did on particular cell can be referenced to another cell of another sheet. Okay children, so this one you can see how I have did practically. Okay children, see cell reference to another worksheet. So first of all we need to open Microsoft Excel. So start all program, then Microsoft Office, then Microsoft Office Excel. Okay, so once you open the Excel, which is known as spreadsheet also, you'll find at the bottom you have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So first of all here I need to do some work. So from this part let me write item name, price, quantity and say total. And item name, let me write pizza, burger, cold drink and samosa. Okay, and the price let me give as 80, 30, 10 and say 5. And quantity let us give as 2, 3, 4 and 2. And down here let me write total. Okay, so this is our sheet 1, and here up let me merge and center do, and let me write here student canteen. Make it big little bit, say all border, let's increase the size so that it will be visible. Now let us do the total formula. So equal to bracket price into quantity. Okay, so let me just simply drag this one. All came. Now total equal to plus okay. So up to this much is clear. This is sheet 1. Now let us move to sheet 2, and here also let me write the name like items and price. Items here I'll write tuition fees, then t-shirt, toys and canteen bill. So this say 4,000, 2,500, 1,900, and this one I need to calculate. So little bit decorations, let us go. That is monthly say expenditure. So let me add border and let me make the text little bit bigger. Okay, now here I need to calculate canteen bill, okay, which is already in sheet 1. The total is 300, so this 300 should appear here. So what I have to do is equal to, I have to write the sheet name, so SHEET, 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 sheet 1, that's the name of the sheet. Okay, then exclamation sign, then the particular cell name. So this cell name is, it is D8, so I have to write here D8, press enter. Sheet 1, exclamation sign, okay, equal to sheet 1. Oh, sheet 2 also became, no, so I need to remove this one. So equal to sheet 1, exclamation sign, D8, press enter. See, you can get the answer, like the column part which we have used in sheet 1, that cell value we can place in sheet 2. This is known as cell reference to another worksheet. We can reference the cell from one sheet to another sheet. Understood?